When you get people in the world, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, they say it's safe outside. It's not safe. You always want to go outside and enjoy yourself, have fun, go out with friends. But the only thing is, in this life and in this world, there's always one oddball and one bad apple. What I mean by that is, sometimes when you go out with your friends and have fun, have a laugh and have a joke, chill and relax, make jokes, there's always someone that wants to come in and ruin it and make it unfun for you guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying everybody's bad in the world, but there's some people that want to cause the trouble and make problems. And some innocent people got a teeth out of my tooth the other day. See, it's a bit grey, obviously. Some people have white fillings and some people have grey fillings. Anyway, apart from talking about dentist, the world's very crazy at the moment. As I mentioned in the video before, of is there like volcanoes on the moon and Mars? There could be. There was volcanoes on the moon and Mars. Could the moon erupt again? Imagine if the moon did erupt again. What would it occur on the Earth? As we all know, on the Earth, we need the moon for the tide of the water. If there was no moon to bring in the tide of the water of the sea in and out, would that cause problems on the Earth? Does that mean things wouldn't work properly? Would that stop nighttime and daytime if there was no moon there? What if someone decided to blow up the moon? Would the Earth stay the same in some parts of the world? Would it just stay light all the time, dark all the time, and it would mess up the nighttime and daytime rota and routine? That makes any sense. It's never light in space, but can it be light in space eventually? You need more lights. How would you make space lighter like the Earth? Probably can't. There's got to be a way and a theory that they can eventually sort all these planets out of space. They may give people the choices and the options to go, if they want to go, and these multi-millionaire people or people with money that want to move to space. But like Total Recall with Arnie in there, 2 weeks. I don't think it'd be nothing like that. But what I'm trying to say is, would they? There's my pen. I need a pen to write these ideas down in the book all the time, which I do. To be a perfect speller. Eventually, they're going to have to build something from the Earth until the Moon and to Mars, like a massive, I won't say a tunnel, but like a tube, like hamster tube, from the Earth until Mars and to the Moon, to bring up things up to another planet. And they will eventually go around in flying cars in outer space and go around all the planets. There will be other scenario things. There'll probably be more spaceships out of space, like Star Wars, as we all know. More spaceships that we see in our skies and our solar system, what people are in, not just aliens, but human beings. Things will change, and there'll be memory chips that are coming as well to make people smarter. And in the future, they will be probably, if you haven't got no eyes and you can't see and you're blind, basically they use other people's eyes off dead bodies, or they will grow your eyes from stem cells from your body. You know, all these things they could do. Or they could grow teeth. Imagine if they could grow your teeth in your mouth instead of using plastic ones, using real nerve endings, which they can do. So they actually use plastic teeth. Some people have the teeth until they die, some people don't. But the thing is, what I'm saying is here, technology moves on every year. Eventually, all these things are coming into play and into place. And like I say to you guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen that are listening, time travel will be real by then. Not in our lifetime, but before 50 years or 100 years, it will be here. So you guys, girls and ladies and gentlemen may laugh and go, we doesn't know what he's talking about. It never happened. It's only in films and movies and games. For all we know, on other planets, there could be time travel. There could be UFOs out there. But we don't know. Obviously, people say they don't believe in it. That's fine. They can time travel. They say how fast they go in the spaceship. Very quick. It's like the thing biking around that alien. What was it called? Biking around or something. I can't remember what it's called. But there's definitely some things coming on the horizon. that eventually people will just want to be moving to Mars. They'll be advertising Mars on the TV and the moon if you want to move there. They'll be advertising other planets that you can visit. Eventually, you'll be able to get a space shuttle to the moon, even though some people believed that they actually filmed NASA on a green screen. How did they have the technology back in the 80s or the olden days when they haven't got it now? Unless they have got it and some people are still going there and they want to make out they're not going. I mean, they do send rockets up into space in real life, but are they sending people up into space, even though there's a space station in and out of space? But the thing is, when you're going around space, you need fuel to actually get to places. Because what happens, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, for example, you're in a spaceship in a space shuttle, and your fuel runs out, and you're in the middle of nowhere. What are you going to do? Call for help, or do you take extra fuel with you? The thing is, you're supposed to take extra fuel with you, just in case of emergencies. But nobody thinks about that, and there's a possibility you probably could die out there, which is scary and a scary thought. Usually, they should put more space stations, people out there. If you break down in outer space, there should be more people that come out and help you in your aid, which they are doing, and they're going to be doing. They're building things in space all the time. So if they built a space station, which they have, eventually they will build more places up there, buy materials, bits and bobs to start with, bring up animals, food, supplies. This is what's going to happen. Where do I get all my ideas from? I'm just a clever person, so I know my stuff. You don't have to read and write to do everything. I see loads of things that other people don't see. So, and sometimes you can read books to make you clever, but not everyone's into reading books. They just want to play the games or read the things, you know what I mean? It's simple as that. So we just have to keep thinking and going around in this great place of the world we're in. Because one day we'll be here on the earth and we won't be here. Will we have the choices to do with things? Possibility. Let's see if my phone's still 27% battery, so we can talk for a while in here. I don't know. I'd have to do a few videos like this first, and trying to think what I'm doing here. It's all about thinking. You don't have to be clever to do anything. You know, just put your mind to it, think about it, and it's done. Simple as it can be. But like I say, there could be zombies on the moon already. That's another thing that we don't know about. Monsters on the moon. I don't believe there's nothing else on the moon. There's either alien bases underneath, or the half of the other moon, what's not light, is aliens on there. So there is something on the moon, on Mars, as well. They wouldn't have just put them planets there for show, just for people to see. Or is what we're looking through is the Matrix? Is it a filter? But I think we're seeing planets in the sky and the stars, but it's not really. When you get into outer space, do you see stars? Or do you see dust particles? Is that what it is? These stars are dust particles in the sky, and some people think, hey, how can they be dust particles? Well, it makes you think and wonder. Because you look into the sky, you see the moon, don't you? But when you go into space, where's the moon going to be? Would it be that it's just artificial? I mean, is the sun real? Is all this made deliberately for us to be put in a giant cage, like a hamster? Are we like test things in the world, like the Matrix? Is it a real world we're in? This is what we've got to try and ask ourselves, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Some people will be interested in this, other people won't be. But, you know, I have to sort of, if I've got a good idea, or some may like it, some may not, I have to talk about it. And this is what I'm doing now. The world's a big place, but there's not enough room for a lot of people in it. So that's the only thing and the only key that is on this earth. You know, eventually, in outer space, will they start charging people for properties? like they do in the Earth. Eventually, there'll be properties in that space you can buy. Which locations do you want to go to? That's another key that we're talking about here. Which location would you pick? Imagine having a house in outer space near the Milky Way. Even though it's not got a house, but you know what I'm trying to say. You pay for the top locations. Will they make more beaches in outer space? Water. We have to carry it up. Make more nicer places for people to live. It can be done. There's films have shown it in, but that's just on green screen, like Elysium. The film Elysium out of space. That's the film, and they build like go to one Earth into the other. And they got like a giant garden on there in outer space. It can be done, and it probably is going to be done at some point because people want to explore the world, but they want to see what's out there. You see, they want to, because they want to travel and enjoy it. It's not the magic school bus. The reason why I'm doing this video is because we have to talk about it, and there'll be other planets that are, going downhill, like ours. So eventually, they will give people in the future the choice to go to other planets to help them out, and their planets and their aliens. You may see, teenagers, children, adults, men and women on them planets that were probably abducted by aliens in the world, showing them what they can do. They may have different interests and hobbies what they do. So, and they come to our Earth and want to see what's going on, to see if it's the same thing. I know the light keeps flashing off and blurring my face, but this is what's going to happen. So we won't believe it. Perhaps they have their own TVs and cop shows and crime watching prisons, their own alien prisons in the moon. On Mars as well. Who knows? But anyway, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I better go. And eventually, they will show it on the news, on the TV, how much you're going to pay for these properties in that space. You pay for the good view. You may see the shooting stars going past. You may see UFOs going past. But anyway, I better go now. Thank you for joining this video. Thanks for peace. And we'll be back again to talk about other things. Peace.